The islands, often discovered by Europeans, but they were already there, let's be honest. So the Sentinelese are apparently the last of the isolated people on islands. Here's the thing. All they want to do is just be left alone and live their life. Because after all, they've been there for around 60,000 years. In India, that is. And some clever Alec thought, I'll introduce them to Christianity, and got introduced to God themselves. But this is not a new concept. Captain Cook, all those romantic novels. But what you may not know is that he discovered the island of Kirimati, but it's pronounced Christmas Island. And he discovered it on Christmas Eve. Is this all starting to make sense? Well, anywho, so what he did, like most of the Europeans that discover islands, is he brought his own set of people along from another island who basically belonged to him, because what they would do is impregnate the people there, and then they'd create a whole new race of their own, who he was the landlord of, the Lord. So when you say, oh dear Lord, I pray to the Lord, Captain Cook was a lord, and they had to ask for permission from the Lord for everything that they did. So they'd turn up on these islands as serfs or non-serfs, and the people on the island that owned the island were suddenly now also belonging to him as serfs. And this is all in the 1500s, 1600s, in fact the late 1400s. So the next thing would be to convert them to Christianity, because lo and behold, every island that they went to, the people were not Christians. And often there was fighting. People would fight because, well, how are you turning up on my thing and telling me that now you're my Lord and I need to worship you? And this is how people become different from the original people. Remember, the Sentinelese are in India. So what does that make them?
Are you sure you're not Jamaican?
Yes, I am sure.
You look just like the girl who cleans my house.
Mrs. Kovac, I'm Dr. Hallstedt. Says you were in the movie theater.
Oh, I just said that so I wouldn't have to wait. You see all those people out there?
So, just the headaches then?
I get tired sometimes. And bring me a cup of chamomile tea, will you, dear?
Oh, I will let your server know.
Who is that?
Dr. Choi?
I want him.
Excuse me?
The Orientals make the best doctors. It's their math skills.
Mrs. Kovac, we have some news for you.
Where's Dr. Choi?
He's with another patient right now.
Your diagnosis,
Yeah?
sarcoidosis. It's very treatable.
Does Dr. Choi agree?
Well, absolutely.
Ah.
Your diagnosis was intriguing. See, sarcoids predominantly affect a specific demographic. You didn't seem to fit the profile, so I ran one more test.
What am I looking at?
You're part African American.
Question. Can you say you're woke if you're sleeping on yourself?